What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on, friends and family? Yeah. Yeah, it is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, year of our Lord. What's happening? Love you too. Love you too. Want to see what my shoes are that I wear? My dailies? These are my dailies. These are my dailies. Yeah. What's going on? What up? 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 Let me see what's happening. You're not missing it for anybody. I need to check on Kwame Brown. What's wrong with Kwame Brown? What's wrong with Kwame? Something wrong with Kwame Brown? Let's see what's happening in the streets. These YouTube streets is on fire with crazy narratives. Check on Kwame Brown. I love to walk in like Mr. Rogers. Love my jacket. I appreciate you. Eddie made an entrance. Good morning, King. What up, Snow Bunny Bag Chaser? Donald Trump is an awesome president. What's wrong with Kwame? What's up, Lex? Lex, congratulations, too. He talking mad crazy. What is he saying? What is he saying? Tell me what he's saying while I change my clothes. Always got to put on my joggers. Got to switch from the jeans to the joggers. What is he saying? Keep me in the loop. You doing grocery shopping now? I like that. Y'all give me the Cliff Notes. Give me the Cliff Notes. Because to be honest with you, I'm completely unaware of what's happening in most spaces. I get a general idea. Kwame and Carcino is talking crazy. Yeah, Kwame Brown is super biased. It's sad to say lost a lot of respect. Oh, he's talking about me negatively? Well, I mean, listen. If I'm not mistaken, Kwame Brown was on the platform, right? No? Listen. Y'all got to give these people grace. I got to give them grace. And the reason that I say y'all got to give them grace is because y'all have to understand that most of these people are part of the industry, right? And so when I say a part of the industry, as much as they try to act like they're independent and they're independent thinkers, they're not. Listen. Let me tell you why you have to give people grace while I get ready for the show. The reason that you have to give people grace is because I remember when I chose sides with the whole fresh and fit situation instead of objectively reviewing it, right? And I had to apologize to them in person, which I believe that I'm a better person because I'm a bigger man than most of these other people. But I had to apologize to them in person because I had chose sides on something that had nothing to do with me. But the reason that I chose sides, and I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. That's what I do on this platform. The reason that I chose sides and I had went against them was because I was friends with, at the time, O'Shea Duke Jackson. So because O'Shea didn't care for him, and there was a narrative created against them as far as what Kevin Samuels and all of that, because Kevin Samuels never talked to me about fresh and fit ever. Right? Because of that, I chose sides. Now, when I actually met fresh and fit in person, I realized, oh, y'all not bad people to me. Everybody else can have an opinion of them, but my experience with them is different, right? Now, interestingly enough, right, O'Shea Duke Jackson says that he doesn't like me, he doesn't care about me, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Everybody can do what they want to do. But it shows you the female mindset because O'Shea is controlled by his audience. He doesn't necessarily take a position. He takes the position of whatever the majority of the people are doing, right? So think about this for a second. I knew O'Shea before I knew Myron and Fresh. I rocked with O'Shea, right? I never took a position after I met Myron and Fresh, and I stayed completely out of whatever they had going on. Whatever it is that I go through or whatever it is that's happening, Fresh and Myron always hit me up and they never take a position. They just say, you know, they give their opinion on whatever they get their opinion on. But when they talk to me, they just check on me and say, hey, fam, everything good? Yep, everything good. I'm going to come to Florida then. Hey, Anton, I'm going to be in Michigan then. What's your schedule looking like? And we figure it out. O'Shea had my phone number. He's never called me for anything outside of gossip. So if O'Shea wanted to hit me up, he could have because he has my phone number. But again, I don't feel no type of way about it because that's what people do. Most people are no different than what you experience in real life. You know how you deal with people that switch up or take a side or is not being able to be objective? I've done it. That's why I had to apologize. Now, I didn't know Myron and Fresh at the time that I had picked a side, but I had to apologize. And so I apologized to them when I went on a platform. They didn't even know that I was going to apologize. They didn't even know that I was going to apologize. As soon as we went live, I said, hey, guys, I got to be the bigger person. I got to be the bigger man. Y'all never said nothing negative about me. We should have probably worked together a long time ago, but that had been pushed off because, because of my actions and taking a position on something that I didn't really know the details of and it had nothing to do with me, right? But again, I don't look at it any type of way. I look at everything as a glass half full opportunity. So let's just say, for example, because other people will get bent out of shape, right? So let's say, for example, that I haven't talked to O'Shea since Kevin Samuels died. I'm just going to keep it 100. And that's no shade to him. Listen, God bless you. I don't know what's going on with him. Somebody asked me for his phone number.
And so I reached out to somebody else to be able to get his phone number or whatever like that, so they can connect or whatever. But that's a whole nother conversation. But here's my point that I'm saying to this. I'm gonna bring it back to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown has been on Homeboy's platform. So if you think that I believe that it's going to translate into him rocking with me or something like that, because he knows me, and then at the same time he's been on his platform, so he's met him in person, Kwame probably is going to pick a side. I don't hold that against Kwame. I don't feel no type of way. It's all, listen, at the end of the day, for most of these people, you will never ever see them in real life. At the end of the day, you will never ever see these people in real life. 98% of them don't come outside unless they got something to do outside, like they got a show or something. They don't be hanging out. They don't be at All-Star Weekend. They not at the games. They not doing none of this stuff. And so unless they have something to do promotional-wise, they're not going to be outside. You're not going to see Kwame Brown outside. You're not going to see this person. They don't be at the events and all of that. So they mind their business. They do their thing. And so what they become is content creators. They're content creators. So let them create content. Now, what you do is you leverage the visibility that they continue to give you, and you run up a bag, because you don't get into the personal aspect of it until it starts to get into your family or something like that. Then you got to go to, then it turns into something else. That's a whole nother conversation. But if people say something negative about me, I pick and choose if I want to respond based off of how I can benefit from it. Otherwise, I don't really care about all of that other stuff. So if y'all coming to me and y'all saying, well, Anton, this person says something about you, or Kwame feels some type of way, or because most of these niggas is worse than the hoes. I'm keeping it 100, and that's not pointed to anybody in particular. Most of these niggas is worse than the hoes. Most of the dudes is gossiping worse behind the scenes, not even just on some content shit. Most of these dudes is making phone calls and gossiping and shit behind. Now, if you get money from it, that's a whole nother conversation. Get your money up, bring your bag up. But most of these niggas is gossiping worse than females. Bro, listen. Of all of the problems that I've ever had in my life, with people, it hasn't been with women. It is always with these niggas. Of all of the people that I've ever had a problem with, as far as real life shit, gossip girl shit, problems, trouble, issues, all of that, it has never been with women. I have never in my life, no, a couple times as a content creator. I give y'all that. I take that back. Been on YouTube for a long time. Give me a little bit of grace. Most of the time, it is always with grown men. And it's like, okay, well, if we making money together, then that's cool. Or if we getting some money, or we gonna flip this shit, then that's cool. But if it ain't about no money, what we talking about? If we not running up a bag, then what we talking about? If it's a play, then make it a play. If it's not a play, because I get it. Listen, if you getting your money up, if you running up a bag as a result of it, God bless you. Do what you got to do. But if it ain't no money involved in it, then what we talking about? I'm not about to be wasting my time with niggas that ain't talking about no money. Because my life is good in real life. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't feel no type of way about it. Y'all can't get emotional about it. I be getting the emails and DMs and shit, and niggas be like, oh man, you got to see this, what they said about you. Oh man. Dog, do you know that I'm laid up in some pussy right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to get some head. And y'all niggas is over here worried about what another nigga said. Trying to make it stretch. I believe that if people got more pussy, I'm going to just start being straight up candid and tell you what's happening. I believe if people got more pussy, they wouldn't be so mad at the hoes, bro. Sent these so you ready for your next podcast from Kimmy. What's up, Kim? What you done sent me? What's going on here? Getting to the studio and I got gifts on gifts on gifts. So I know a lot of these niggas is backed up. Because you can't be that mad all the time. You can't be that mad all the time. Only Kim would do something like this. Only Kim would do something like this. Only you, Kim. Only Kim would do something like this. Only you, Kim. I'm telling you, the women take care of me.
Hello, sir.
I'm on a live stream. I just got your gift.
Oh, good.
You so
Are
crazy.
you ready for your next podcast?
Oh my God. You so crazy. Only you would do something like this too.
You know, we gotta have you ready to go out in the wild.
Facts. Facts. I'm on a live stream just to let you know.
I'm not gonna say anything crazy.
I just like to warn people that I'm on a live stream.
Well, I'm definitely one of those people you gotta tell and you gotta let me know when you're on speakerphone.
What you doing right now?
Sitting in Phoenix, going to Seattle.
So when you coming to Detroit? That's the question.
I don't know. When should I come?
So you gonna come when I tell you to come?
Yeah. You call it, I'll show up.
Maybe it shouldn't be Detroit. Maybe we need to link up in a different city.
Yeah.
Because it's cold here.
It's cold everywhere.
Yeah, but it's colder here.
I'm thinking
Looking outside right
it's
now.
gonna have to be out of the country or Southern California. I'm leaning more towards out of the country.
All right, bet. I'm going to figure it out with my boxing gloves on, and then I'm going to let you know where we going.
Okay.
All right, baby.
All right.
Bye. The ladies will take care of you. The ladies take care of you. It's the guys that you have to worry about. Who sent this? Who sent this? Who sent this? Got cheese. Fruit, peanuts. Who sent this? Who looking out for Tom Dog? These niggas is used to being in jail. Man. They used to being in prison. We're about to get started with the show. I just got to see what's going on. Who sent this, y'all? If y'all had to guess who sent it, I don't know who sent it yet. Oh. Hoping to bring a smile to your face and brighten your day. Remember, to whom much is giving, much is required. You are truly a living legend, and I am proud of you. Dog, y'all really, you're so sweet. You know who you are. You so sweet. I don't have to say no names. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. Beautiful. This is beautiful. Women do stuff like this. Women are the greatest. Oh, this is that vintage cheddar. All right. All right. I appreciate you. This is how you get everything. This is how you get everything. This is how you get everything. All right. Shout out to the bag chasers. Shout out to the bag chasers. You gotta have my address to know where to send me something. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feel today? Sent the teacher an apple? I'm going to teach y'all today. I'm going to teach you today. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me see what's going on here. Just got to make a couple adjustments. We're going to read super chats, cash apps, and we're going to get started with the show. What's up, Molly? Trying to enjoy your last day being 40? It's a blessing, bro. Every time you get older, every day you get older, it's a blessing. Every day you get older, it's a blessing, Molly. You know what I'm saying? They always make my mood better, Tamika. They always make my mood better. Now, I don't usually respond to people with no profile pictures because I think they jerk off in their socks. But I like it when people type in all caps because that's what they're trying to get my attention. AD, are you married? Because God don't like cheaters. I'm married to the game, baby. Can't you tell? I'm married to the game. They new here, AJ Wise. Don't take it. Don't let them take it personal. Married to the game, baby. When you bite into an apple, you have to make sure you eat the apple at the time because it'll start to go bad immediately. That's how you know it's fresh. Trill. There's so many niggas out here trying to dick police. That's what the hoes do. We gonna get into the show. I need to finish my apple. Shout out to Fugitive TV for all of the new subs you got. When did we get to the point where guys start dick policing? I'm about to do the show, William Account Text. When did we get to the point to where niggas start dick policing and start being concerned about who else is fucking with who? I ain't never seen this type of bitch assness in my life, bro. I was talking to Rita yesterday. Let me call her. I talked to my grandmother this morning. I said, grandmother, when they start dick policing?
That don't sound good to me. Hello.
Yo, I'm on a live stream.
What's going on, Barry?
What are you doing? You getting your nails done?
Yes.
I got a question.
Jesus. Okay.
When did it become cool for grown men to start dick policing who fucking who?
I don't think that's anybody's business.
Why is niggas so concerned about what my dick is doing?
I don't know. I guess that's just the nature of people.
They always concerned?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Did you put that check in the mail yet?
No. I'm gonna do it when I leave here.
How much was the check?
36.
36 what?
1,000.
36,000?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, all right, listen, I'm gonna call you back after I get off the last stream. We're gonna figure out the other stuff.
Okay.
All right, bye. When did other niggas start focusing on what another nigga doing when he doing what he doing? I don't understand this shit. Somebody said Anton is the ultimate flip-flopper. He can make such a big deal about being monogamous, not cheating a couple months ago, now he derides the other for it. When did I say anything about what another nigga should be doing as far as what he doing with his dick? I say don't pay for pussy and don't send money to hoes overseas that don't care about you. I say don't break up your family. Don't cheat. I'm not a cheater. At what point have you ever seen anybody say that I'm a cheater? That's gossip bitch shit. I don't do gossip hoes. Stop having children out of wedlock. Stop breaking up your family. Stop sending money to hoes overseas. Stop paying for pussy. Stop bringing them hoes back here. The game is messed up. The game, I know they love me, Molly. They love me more than the hoes do. Shad. What is wrong with the game? I don't know what's wrong with the game. I'm about to get started with the show. Oh, man. That was a hell of an apple. Good breakfast. Good breakfast. All right, y'all. Let me see what's happening in these streets. Bam. 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 All right. Let me see what's happening. Somebody time out favorite color pink. Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you. Said feeling grateful. Dad surgery went well yesterday. Shout out to you, big dog. Shout out to Melvin Johnson Sr. I appreciate you for the well wishes, big dog. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad to hear that, Mike, that dude. I'm glad to hear that. Let me read some of these super chats. What up, Molly? Shout out to Molly. What's happening? Yeah. What up, Molly? I appreciate you, baby girl. Gunter Forever says, how are you a man of integrity, Anton, but you are friends with someone like Charleston White? Shout out to Charleston White. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. What up, Charleston? I appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to Charleston White. Anton, you watch that Apple Boy? Nah, listen, we straight from the mud. King DJ Tricks. Fuck all that. We just gonna go ahead and get it in. LeBrack said, what up, though? I appreciate you, LeBrack. OG Strong says, who stole the soul? I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means at all. All right? Y'all ready to get started with the show? I don't know where to start at. I don't know where to start at. Why didn't you say it again when Corey asked you? Because no man can tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. Let's see what's happening out here in these streets. Coach Chris says, AD, you say go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. But if you're just being tolerated at home, do you condone breaking up the family then? No. Absolutely not. Just ignore it and start doing what you want to do. Listen. Fellas. This is my suggestion for you. All right. This is my suggestion for you. Stop caring. Stop caring. Why do you care? Why do y'all keep caring? Stop trying to convince people to get on board. Just start doing shit. Just start being busy. You got to be busy. Listen, stop worrying about what women are doing and what women are saying and how they plan it and all of this other stuff. Stop caring. Stop caring. Just go and do good shit. Do awesome shit. Y'all too focused on what women think and what they got going on and how they see you and all of this other type of stuff. Man, who cares? Go do something awesome. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking and if they appreciate you or not appreciate you. Just do shit. True, but he says, say it again and see what happened. Shout out to Trevon Ware. I appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. All right. Do y'all want to start local? Y'all want to start national? You want to start at the Economic Forum? You want to start at Ilhan Omar? What do y'all want to start at? Y'all want to start local? Armed suspects caught on video canvassing the Shaw neighborhood. Let's start there.
Pulling up and rolling out. First Alert 4 obtained this surveillance video showing masked people hopping out of vehicles earlier than normal.
Where's the audio?
Puts neighbors like David Goldenberg on edge.
My bad. Let's start over.
Pulling up and rolling out. First Alert 4 obtained this surveillance video showing masked people hopping out of vehicles, encasing cars in the Shaw neighborhood, and neighbors tell us these crimes are ramping up. Tonight, some of those South City residents revealing to First Alert 4 they've requested for city police to come. Now, First Alert 4's Jordan Burrell has that story tonight. She is live for us in the Shaw neighborhood. Jordan.
Morgan, I dug into SLMPD data this evening, and it showed that there were 14 car-related crimes in the Shaw neighborhood over the past 4 weeks. And neighbors tell me these crimes are being committed earlier than normal.
It's like Gotham City sometimes.
Do not engage. Do not engage. These people will definitely shoot at you.
Video like this, showing people walking through a Shaw alley carrying large guns, puts neighbors like David Goldenberg on edge.
People can walk through a neighborhood like this or any neighborhood and feel like, what's the big deal? I'll carry a giant gun and nobody will stop me.
Goldenberg says he has lived in this neighborhood for about 5 years.
I don't even look like a bad neighborhood. It looks like a halfway decent neighborhood. One-way street. Looks pretty historic.
And he's no stranger to the car canvassing that happens late at night. But Goldenberg tells me what's most alarming about this instance.
Y'all just... He's just standing outside with the Jordans on. He got on straight up Jordans. They hanging out outside. They not tripping. It's a camera out there that's directly on him. He got the chopper in his hand. and they just outside kicking it with each other. No, man, listen. No, I don't like that house. I like this one down here. Oh, wait a minute. I heard he had a Hellcat. Let's go check that out.
Is the size of the guns.
He got on Jordans.
Even if you were going to commit this crime, I'm not sure why you would need a firearm like that to execute whatever devious behavior you're trying to.
Using St. Louis City Police's crime mapping tool, First Alert 4 found in the last 4 weeks, there have been numerous reports in the Shaw neighborhood of car break-ins, thefts, tampering with vehicles, and stealing a firearm or weapon from a car.
Sometimes they'll take a look at a cell phone or that, but usually not. If they break a window, they actually see something in there they believe they can get, but they're looking for handguns. There were a total of 3 handguns taken from the Shaw neighborhood last year.
Gary Hosna is the Flagg Shaw neighborhood ownership model leader. Hosna says the best solution, more police patrols. He tells me the crimes usually occur between 1 and 4 in the morning.
No. Why will we have more police? We want to defund the police, right? Ain't that the goal? I thought the goal was to defund the police. Now, I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. I thought the goal was to defund the police. Now y'all want additional police officers. Now y'all want people to show up and you want a bigger police presence. I thought the goal was to defund the police. What have I always said? While Democrats have been selling y'all out, while Democrats have been selling you guys out and telling you that no, you guys don't need police, you need mental health advocates, you just need to hang out with this person and that person. While Democrats have been doing that and we've been trying to warn y'all, we've been trying to warn y'all. We've been trying to tell y'all, hey, listen, don't do that. Hey, that's not good for you. You don't want to get into that. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all have been saying, no, we want to have mental health services pull up into the neighborhood and have a negotiation. We want to have people that, say this and say that, and that's the way that we want to move. Now people want to act weird and say, no. We don't want to defund the police. We need a bigger police presence because they got them choppers in your neighborhood now. And you know what else about white people? Let me tell you all about y'all white people. Because what people don't realize, again, and I'm going to say this for the people in the back, it's a class war. It's a class war. What do I mean by it being a class war? It means that poor whites will be affected the most. Y'all don't see what's happening. Y'all don't see what's coming. Poor whites will be affected the most. Black people are used to suffering. That's why they don't care. I'll skip it. Defund the police, do this, do that, whatever, so on and so forth. Poor whites are going to be affected the most. White women middle-aged white women are the ones that are going to suffer the most. It has never, ever, ever been a race war. Even when racism was very prevalent, it was a fight in capitalism because they looked at black people as a monetization tool. It's no different today, though. It's no different today. They just monetizing you differently. Now they monetizing you here and they monetizing your neighborhoods and they using it in order to devalue your property so that they can ultimately come in and buy up your grandmother's land. If they had a closer proximity for the transatlantic slave trade, and they was able to get Asians to sell Asians so that they can come over here and build up America, Do you think that they wouldn't have took advantage of that? Slavery, indentured servitude, it has been in existence since the beginning. It still goes on today. How you think that Dubai looked the way it looked? How you think that? Listen. If you don't think that at any point that most people, because people are evil in general, will take advantage of what's going on, you're crazy. You're crazy. It still happens today. So now, what are they doing? What are they doing today? Now, what they're doing today is they are using you in order to stay in power. But now that they know that black people already are the voter class, because they're never going to defect away in mass from the Democrat Party, it's going to be me, it's going to be Molly, it's going to be you, it's going to be this person, it's going to be this person. And we're going to be the ones that wake up and say, you know what? This no longer serves us, and we no longer want to be a part of the Democrat plantation. It's always going to be one of the most ignorant ones, and some of the most ignorant ones, that keep you on the plantation. That's how I know that y'all not even really intelligent like that. Because you follow Neanderthals, and the Neanderthals are the ones that convince you that, yep, this is a good idea to still be a part of the Democrat plantation. Now, what white men are experiencing is white women are saying, oh my God, you need to leave your husbands and break up your family. Break up your I'll share that with you on the next segment. So when you see these YNs,
lately, it's been earlier. In this case, the group canvassed part of the Shaw neighborhood at 7:42 p.m. on January.
Coming to a neighborhood near you. The only people at this point that's going to be safe are the ones that actually embrace public safety, or the ones that have resources to prevent this type of thing from happening. Do you know why people spend a lot of money and make it unaffordable for you to be able to move into their neighborhood? It's so that you're no longer incentivized to come in and make decisions on their behalf, because they know that they're going to be a part of the PTA meeting. They know that they're going to do whatever it is that they got to do to ensure the integrity of the neighborhood, because they care more about class than they care about race. That's why they price you out. The only reason you even get into some of these buildings is because they take tax money from the government. When they take tax money from the government, it's usually the local government, then that means that they have to get something back in return. So what is that something back in return? Well, one of the things that they have to get back in return is they got to offer so many jobs. The second thing that they got to get back in return is that they have to offer low-income housing, right? So a certain amount of the units that they get tax incentives for then become available to the general public at a lower rate. So then they have to basically take in so many poors. Oh, you don't like that part. You don't like that part. They have to take in so many poors to make you feel a part of the congregation, because they getting the tax money to do so. So now they got to exchange, so they allow for you in the building. A lot of people that are building the buildings nowadays are saying we don't even want the tax money, because we'd rather just charge the difference, because we don't want that type of degeneracy in here in the first place. That's why they price you out. They don't raise the prices because of profitability. They raise the prices because of classism. It's classism. It's 100% classism.
January 11th.
That early, and it's generally speaking when they...
It's the poor whites. Do you look. Do you look at this man and say, yep, he one of the rich ones?
Follow folks into the neighborhood, and they're either carjacking you or they're robbing you there on the spot.
I think it's disgraceful that this goes on in the city. And I think that the city, the people that run the city and the state need to start to take it seriously.
Susan Rainey, a 33-year Shaw resident, says she hates seeing people come into the neighborhood she loves so dearly, giving it a bad name.
I think it devalues the city overall. And I don't think, again, it's acceptable.
Coming to a neighborhood near you. Coming to a neighborhood near you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. If you are not generating a significant amount of resources, or you are not embracing conservative values and holding that shit down with the neighborhood watch and making sure that certain people are doing what they're supposed to do, it doesn't matter what color you are. And there are tons of white people that are not resourceful. There are tons of white people that are not resourceful, and they will be a part of the wreckage. They will be a part of the purge. Listen, if everything goes bad, they're not going to be absolved. You think that middling or poor whites are going to be absolved from being held accountable for being poor? They're not. What you think that they can go in there and say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get out of our neighborhoods. They got to get in the mud now. They got to start participating. When you go to these community meetings and you see people that are complaining and stuff like that, you know who's in there? White people that go to work every single day, hustle every single day, getting laid off just like everybody else. This is a class war. This is not a race war. It never has been. They say race because race distracts you from the resources. Racism is a play for people to make money off of you, or it's a distraction so that you don't pay attention to who's coming in and getting the resources. That's all it is. That's all it is. The minute that you get your resources right and your network right is the minute that you start to change the trajectory of your life. The minute that you get your resources right and you get your network together, everything changes. Everything is going to change. The engineer says racism is a subset of classism. Then why are there more poor white people than anywhere else inside of the United States of America? Why don't white people fuck with white people? All white people don't fuck with white people. All Asians don't fuck with all Asians. They're not pulling each other up. They're pulling up people in their own family. You think that they give a fuck about other white people, other poor whites? They don't give a fuck about no poor white people. You think that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase, is thinking to himself, how can we help more white people? Well, if that's the case, then they wouldn't be investing in Detroit. They literally just took up a whole floor of the Hudson's building and did a deal to invest in the blackest city in the United States of America. You know why they did that? Because they see the come up and they trying to take advantage of the resources. They don't give a fuck about them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your skin, dog. If you think that the only white people that give a fuck about the color of your skin is other poor white people. Talk about the hill. You know what the hills of Appalachia is, T-Mac? It's poor as fuck. If you've never seen poverty before, incest, inbred, the poorest people, the hills of Appalachia is the poorest place that you'll probably ever see poverty ever exist. When them white people went over to Arizona into the Ozarks and said, we're going to build our own land, and then white people got jealous of it. I mean, black people got jealous of it and said, why did they try to push it up? Do you know how poor it is in Arkansas? You want to go over there with them folk? They say they want to be left alone. Leave them folk alone. It's fucked up over there. It's fucked up over there. I'm telling you, it's messed up. They don't care. When foreclosures hit in 08, guess what? White people was diving off of the buildings. And they was like, cool, let me get that land, big dog. It was taking land from them too. They don't care nothing about them. They don't care. They don't care. Why do you think that middle-aged white women, apologist liberals, are so busy trying to apologize and be a part of the crew? These people are dusty. They're dusty. Everybody is trying to figure this shit out. And you think it's race? That's because you're trying to figure out how it is that you can find some level of purpose. Nobody cares. Absolutely. Some of the poorest places on earth are red states with poor whites. I went to my property yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I went to my property yesterday, and because I had a showing from 5 to 7. And so I told y'all that yesterday, and I was like, yo, I got to go to this property. So I go over, I run to Lowe's. I stop at Lowe's, and I get a shovel. This is the honest to God truth. I stop at Lowe's, and I get a shovel. And so I go out there because the snow is still soft because it was snowing yesterday. And my realtor said, Anton, we got to make sure that the snow is done so we can get these people in here. Otherwise, I'll just clear a pathway. So I didn't know if the snow guy was going to come. He wound up coming and just pushing it all off the street later on. But I go out there and I start shoveling the snow. I see the neighbor or the neighbor's boyfriend. Neighbor's boyfriend comes out middle of the day, no job, having ass motherfucker, white boy. Right? White boy, looked like he was about 27, 28 years old. And he's taking the trash out. Middle of the day, nobody is home at the neighbor's house. I said, and I'm shoveling off the porch. I'm getting it down. I'm going down or whatever. And I say, hey, what's up, man? Because I seen him before I kicked it with him. What's going on, Mr. Daniels? How you doing? I'm chilling. Hey, you want to make some money? Honest to God, own everything. I said, you want to make some money? Yeah, what you got for me? Because the guy that was doing the stone around the house, he said he was going to call me back, but he never called me back. I said, hey, listen, how much you going to charge me to do this snow right here? I need you to go all the way through the walkway, and I need you to go down the driveway. Just give me $20, man. Just $20, Mr. Daniels. I said, all right, here's 60. I need this to be clear. He was out there. He was getting that snow up out of there. My snowplow guy called me because he do multiple different properties. He said, man, the snow over there was already taken care of. I said, okay, that's what I wanted to know. Because I wasn't about to be out there throwing my back out. I mean, I'll do what I got to do, but I'm not about to be out there throwing my back out. I'd rather have him throw his back out. I'm worth more. I need my back. I'm worth more. I need my back. And so the classism in me says that his back is not worth as much as my back because I'm worth more. Want to know why you got to do hard labor jobs? because you're not worth that much. When you start being worth more, when you start having assets and then you buy your time back, then you'll be able to determine whose back you can use in order to ensure that certain things are taken care of. That's how classism works. I know it's not pretty. You want me to mix it up. You want me to make it a little bit different and more digestible for you. No. This is how classism works. My back is worth a lot. I have to get it massaged. His back wasn't worth as much. And so I was willing to overpay him for his back to hurt. So I have to make sure that his back get leveraged a little bit differently. That's classism. He just so happens to be a white man living with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was at work at her nursing job. And so he had to take the trash out to ensure that the trash get, because he's off work right now. That's how it works. This is called capitalism. This is called classism. This is the way it works. Now, in 1850, somebody would have said that the roles were reversed. But I decided to think a little bit differently about what success looks like. I had to throw my back out for the first 10 years from my 20s. And so now I'm in a position where I don't have to throw my back out anymore. I said, man, listen, where my pants at? Here they are. I still had on my joggers. I said, let me run to my navigator. Got the new nav. Ran to the new nav. I didn't want them to see me pull out all of the hundreds, so I got the money out. I got the 20s in the front. That's why I only got 120 left. I didn't want them to see me pull out all of the hundreds, so I said, listen, let me figure this out. Got rid of the hundreds, stashed that back in my pants pocket. So no, I know I got 60. Got scrounged up a couple 20s and 4 5s, and I said, woo, we in business. We in business. Because I needed my time back. I had to get back to doing what I was doing. I had some moves to make, baby. I had to shoot some moves. That's the way it go. Remember. He said 20 and you gave him more, 60. Yeah. Because you got to keep them on a nipple. And so when you treat people well, if you treat people well in real life, they'll over deliver, and then they looking for a new opportunity. Hold on, I see somebody with broke talk. Give me a second. Hey, you know how to speak broke? You know how to speak broke? All right. Oh, no, I remember. Yo, what up, dog? What's up, my nigga? Yeah. Hey, what's going on, cuz? Yeah, bro. What's going on, Bacon Soda Q? I'm speaking nigga right now, so give me a second, y'all. What's up, Bacon Soda Q said, you are lame with money. Okay, big dog. Listen, bro, listen. If you need a job, just let me know. If you need a job, just say that. Don't project. Don't do any of that. If you need a job, just let me know, my nigga. All right? I don't speak broke. The only niggas that say that is niggas that's gotta the niggas that gotta go 50-50 with their girls. You said his name is Bacon Soda. We know what he into. DJ Ace Productions. Listen, niggas that's really moving work ain't putting Bacon Soda in their name. Niggas that's really getting money in that type of game don't advertise, because when you're doing criminal activity, you don't advertise. That's how we know this nigga is he looked at paid in full. Y'all gotta start calling these lame niggas out. He looked at paid in full and said, oh man, baking soda, baking soda, baking soda. What nigga you know that's really getting it, that's talking about what it is that he doing outside, because we know that these niggas is into illegal activities? Nobody does that that's actually doing that. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Y'all got to be able to separate the real from the suckers. This nigga is a sucker that goes 50-50 with his boyfriend. He watched Power. He a sucker that go 50-50 with his boyfriend. And that's why he talking tough. Because niggas that's getting money is only trying to figure out how to get money when niggas is getting money. Hey, ladies, y'all want a nigga to go 50-50 with you? There he is. Call Baking Soda Q31. This nigga went... I put my name as Anton Daniels. He went and signed up for Google, a chat nigga on the internet, got on his Obama phone and said, what username can I pick that sounds menacing, and then at the same time it shows that I'm a real one? Baking Soda Q31. Yep. Baking Soda Q31. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm with it. Baking Soda Q31. Tell me that y'all look at this nigga and y'all say that this is a cool guy. Man, if you don't put the motherfucking fries in the bag and make sure that my shit got salt on it. If you don't put my fries in the bag, dog, and make sure that my junk got salt on it. Please. Put my fries in the bag, get that fucking coffee at the top of the aisle, and get my shit bagged up, bro. Niggas talking to me. I employ your wife. I gave her a job. I ensured that she had the ability to be able to go 50-50 with you, and you want to sit here and talk negative to me? I gave your chick a job. And you sit here talking back and forth to me. How dare you? I feed your family, bro. I feed your family, and you are being disrespectful. Why would you do that? Let me read these super chats. It just mad because Corey couldn't knock you off your square. Respect Anton. Shout out to Rock Cruz. Listen, I engage with the chat. I like the chat. Classism is preeminent in England, says Damon Dennis. Shout out to you. Brandon Jenkins. Now, this is a dude that gets money right here. He said he loved the message. Brandon is not a hater. Brandon said, I love the message. He don't even talk a lot. He didn't even type a lot. He just wrote 3 words. Love the message. Here's 50 ball. Shout out to Brandon. Yo, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. We got a stock club for the non-brokies. Stock club for the non-brokies is in the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Said Engineer says, I was agreeing with you, Anton. Oh, shout out to you, Said Engineers. They use racism as a distraction for poor people to focus on. All right, I'm with you. I appreciate that. Mimi says, good morning. AD Kim is right. It's cold everywhere. We're preparing for a historic ice storm here in Georgia. Really? By the way, I'm going to Vegas for my birthday in July. What's the name of that hotel you stay at? I stay at the Vidara. It's got the whole layout. It's the loft. It's top floor, 56th floor. It's the 56th floor at the Vidara. 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. That's my suite. All right, that's my suite, 56th floor, baby. Tell them Anton Daniels sent you. Wesley Turner says Somalis are using racism as a smokescreen to coerce politicians to allow them to steal taxpayer money. That's just one example. JVB Fit says, why do we want to be victims? I'm so bad, I'm Victor. Shout out to my dog V. Big dog, I appreciate you. Bad Habit says, if people could separate their emotions about this, you giving them the game, step up your value. Shout out to Bad Habits. Shinsi, what up, Shinsi? I appreciate you, bro. Double Agent Jason says, the rich whites will rather their kids marry other poor whites than rich blacks. But you'll rather your kid marry a rich white than a poor black. Well, I want to have my kid marry a person of God. All right, so I don't know how you can speak for me and my kid. I don't really give a fuck about what a rich white want to marry. I think that anybody can have their preferences. Marry who you want to marry. If you want to separate yourself so much, then why do you care about what it is that they're trying to marry? Listen, you a man. You supposed to be able to pick who you want to marry. The fuck you care about who somebody else's kids want to marry? I don't want my kid to marry somebody that don't believe in God. That's my preference. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else is doing. AR's back says, so if I'm understanding correctly, black back rich, white back poor, God bless America. Sometimes. All men deserve peace, says so Anton. You telling me if I as a black man, 28 years old, can buy assets and become my own boss too, no one is holding me back? You know what I'm saying? Genius Fox says, my girl come from a poor white family. I paid $100 for all of them to eat at Golden Corral, and they thought I was they thought you was rich. VL1J says, Anton, I need a job. You ain't got no titties, big dog. I'm gonna just tell you, it's gonna be harder for you to work with me because you ain't got no titties. Mr. Lone Star said they have internet task force just for this. Free Thinker says, calling you lame, but calling himself bacon. So usually it's the lames that's calling other people lame. Chris Cunningham says, you want to see real poverty neighborhood, go to a trailer park community and see how, oh man, I've been through all of them. He got to grow some titties. The first academia says, what up, though? Keeping Up 8150 says the first documented slave owner in the U.S. was a black man. We fight amongst our own because some of us were the owners and the rest were the help. LW3120. When I said that on that show and I said, yeah, they had black slavers in the United States of America, they looked like they had seen a ghost. So many people were so worried about the confrontation aspect of it and all of that. Nobody caught the gems. When I told him, I said, yeah, man, it was black slavers. Some of the first black slavers in the United States of America. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black. They looked like they seen a ghost. And then that's when they kept trying to change the subject because they didn't want to address that. No, everybody don't know that, Tabby. Everybody didn't know that. Everybody didn't know that. Shout out to you, says Queen Rita. Yeah, me University. Motown Mo 82. What up, though? Anyways, make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. They don't, because everybody was focused on the bullshit. They wasn't focused on the message. That's why they didn't want to talk to me, because I was going to point out the real hypocrisy and what they were saying. Let me go over to this really quickly. So we definitely got to get to the World Economic Forum, but it's a couple other things, and we got to get to the money. Chicago was trying to buy back their parking meters.
Well, here at home, Vice President J.D. Vance heading to Minneapolis to meet with local leaders as anti-ICE protesters continue in the Twin Cities.
Garrett Tenney joins us from the Twin Cities as it awaits the Vice President's arrival. Garrett.
Hey, good morning, y'all. The White House says the vice president will be hosting a roundtable with local leaders, and the focus of that roundtable will be on restoring law and order in Minnesota. That's what the administration says it's been trying to do with more than 3,000 federal agents here who are facing stiff opposition and harassment from the community almost everywhere they go. The vice president's visit also comes as the Department of Justice is investigating that anti-ICE protest at a church in the Twin Cities Sunday. The administration has promised to hold those involved accountable. Here's Attorney General Pam Bondi.
If people in the church had started to defend themselves, could people have held them accountable for that? Could they have taken that as people are breaking in and it's just turning into a riot and they're trying to tear up our church? If the people in the church had defended themselves when these people had broke in and started doing the stuff that they was doing, do you think that they would have called that bad? They would have tried to make it seem like that they were evil or that they weren't Christian or something like that? Just a question.
Religious liberty is under siege in our country right now, and we are not going anywhere until those people who did those acts are held accountable. Minnesota is important because it is sending a message to the entire country that Donald Trump is going to protect every city in this country. We're going to protect every house of worship.
One of the organizers of that protest, though, says she's not hiding and completely stands by the protest that shut down that worship service.
Personally, I will not be gaslit by the Trump administration. They are trying to turn a peaceful, nonviolent demonstration into a crime.
The vice president's visit also comes a day before activists are calling for a statewide shut.
So, wait a minute. You can go into private property, interview people against their will on private property, not in the public. They're not on public property. This is private property. You can stage a protest inside of a church that you don't go to, and you call it peaceful? How? You know what's so funny about this whole situation with President Trump and how people have Trump derangement syndrome? Is that Trump is really the only president in our lifetime that even has ever acknowledged Jesus. Trump is the only president that has ever stood up for Christianity or anybody that actually likes to acknowledge God in our lifetime. Ain't that crazy? Biden never did it. Obama never did it. Bush didn't do it, and Clinton certainly didn't do it. Trump is the only president in our lifetime, for most of us, that's a certain age, that actually even acknowledges and tries to protect Christians in the church. No. That's not true, Eric D. That is not true. That's not true. Obama never stood up for the church. Everybody is going to get on the campaign trail and try to protect, try to get your voice. They're going to try to get your vote. Don't mistake people campaigning for a vote for when somebody is in office and they saying, listen, y'all not going to go and do Christians dirty like that. Don't mistake people on the pulpit campaigning for a vote. Because let's be clear. This is the same thing as Don Lemon going into the church and saying, well, I'm a Christian too. You cannot, under any circumstance, and I hate when people say it's not levels to sin. It is levels to sin. That is one of the biggest lies that they ever taught you. You cannot push homosexuality and alphabet community, gay marriage, men and women's bathrooms, and say that you're a Christian. Stop letting these people lie to you. That's not true. You cannot push that. You can't. Listen, I'm not talking about what your demons are behind the scenes. I'm talking about you pushing it into the narrative, pushing it into the public, forcing people to acknowledge it, allowing for people to go in women's bathrooms. You can't do that and say that you're a Christian. It's one thing to say, oh man, I struggle with dope. I struggle with addiction. I do this or whatever, so on and so forth. I struggle with the holes. But it's another thing to push certain things into our environment, pushing drag and libraries and all of that stuff. Come on, man, stop, bro. You're not gonna gaslight me. You can't gaslight me, bro. You can't basically pass laws on their behalf. That's why I was so confused on why everybody was embracing Kamala Harris. Like, dog, she in whole countries trying to push an alphabet community agenda on them, and then she come back here and stand in the pulpit and act like she preaching. What? How? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to just roll with it because she black, right? I'm supposed to ignore everything and roll with them just because they black, right? Because you black first. Fuck your morals. Fuck what it is that you stand on. It don't matter what you actually believe. It don't matter if you gave your life over to God. None of that matters. What matters first, not even if you're a man first, what matters, they wanted me to say no. The first thing is that I'm black first. Not that I'm a father, not that I love God, not that I'm a man, none of that stuff. No, you say what it is that we tell you to say. And so I say no. No. Never. Ever. You know what makes you a man is what you do in the face of opposition when everything is supposed to be stacked against you. That's the difference. What makes you a man is the decisions that you make when the whole mob is saying, hey, just say this or do it our way. And you say, nope. I trust that I'm going to be fine. I trust that I'm going to be fine. I trust that what I say and what I do, I stand on that shit. And this is how I'm going to move. And we're going to let the chips fall where they may because my God is bigger than your agenda. I truly believe that my God is bigger than your agenda. That I'm supposed to be here, right now, saying exactly what I'm supposed to say. And nobody is going to do nothing about it. I don't respect men that switch up who they are because of the company that they keep. I respect people that stand on what they said because they said it, and they're not worried about what everybody else thinks or the consequences that come along with it. They just believe what they believe fervently without any kind of reservation whatsoever. Most of y'all not even real men because you don't believe in anything unless somebody else tell you to. You don't have no purpose. You don't have no backbone. You don't have no square.
Down to protest ICE with a rally outdoors when temperatures will be as low as the -40s. Back to y'all.
All right. Thanks, Garrett. So, it's going to be interesting to see, by the way, if protesters turn out to be outside of Vice President Vance's visit. But, it's important for context to understand the reason why ICE is in Minneapolis is because it is a sanctuary jurisdiction that prohibits local law enforcement and authorities from cooperating with ICE. And so the murders, rapists, drug traffickers, the violent illegal alien criminals that have been protected, running free on the streets of cities like Minneapolis, ICE is going in to try and get them and deport them. That was President Trump's promise to the nation to close the border, which he's done 8 straight months of zero releases, and to remove these individuals.
I just love these idiot lawmakers, from the mayor to the governor, who say, I'm really proud of how peaceful and how much love is out there. Does this look like love to you? Is this love to you when you get in front of a law enforcement official and don't let them go to a convenience store, or you work in that convenience store and you don't serve them? Is that the love that Minneapolis is giving out?
Look
Does
at
that
these
look like a
crazy
lovely thing to do,
motherfuckers.
jumping on a law
Look
enforcement
at these
officer
people.
and then claiming some other you're under duress or
Look
that
at these
you're
victims. Look at these victims.
have the disability? This is absolutely an embarrassment. If people in Minneapolis could see the way they're being, could see themselves and see this video and are proud, they're living in a different country.
It was
Look
about
at
a week
these
ago,
idiots.
you interviewed Mayor Fry, and this is a portion of that interview. It was on January 14th. Listen to Griff talking to the mayor.
We have a separation ordinance in the city, and you know what that ordinance says? It says that I want our limited numbers of police officers focusing on keeping people safe, arresting perpetrators of violent crimes, stopping car thefts from taking place. That's what I want them focusing on. You know what I don't want them focusing on? Hunting down a dad that just dropped his kids off at daycare, is about to go work a 12-hour shift, who happens to be from Ecuador. That guy makes our city a better place.
There's two sides.
Let me ask you a question. Did he come over here illegally? Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you how it works. If I'm driving down the street as an American citizen born in Detroit, Michigan, and my father from Dawson, Georgia, and his father down from Dawson, Georgia, and his father from Dawson, Georgia, right? If I'm driving down the street as an American citizen with a driver's license, and I don't actually have a driver's license, I have the license, but in the system, the license says that it's suspended. So I'm driving on a suspended license, but I'm headed to work. Hey man, I got to get to work. You know what they're going to do? Call in the tow truck, put the metal bracelets on, take me to jail. I get my phone call, I get to get bonded out, and then I got to get a court date, and I got to stand in front of a judge. And then you have the right to remain silent. Anything you can and do, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And I have the right to an attorney. If I cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for me. Or zip ties. Guess what they don't care about? They don't give a fuck about where I'm going. They don't care if I'm going to work. They don't care if I'm going to pick up my daughter. They don't care about none of that stuff. If I am not, and sometimes they'll be nice and they'll give you a break, but we still got to tow that car, big dog. You can stand on the side of the road and you can call whatever, call somebody to pick you up or whatever. But if I am doing something that then allows for, if I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to do as an American citizen, they don't care about who I'm dropping off or where I'm going. They come in and get my car. They're going to charge me triple for the towing rate because the towing companies is a fraud. They working with the police department. And they're going to throw me in the system and it's going to cost me $2,000 total for all of the shit that I got to deal with in order to get my stuff back, get my license, and I still got to go back to court. So when he says this, shout out to the new bag chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. When they say this, am I supposed to feel sympathy for somebody that is doing something that they're not supposed to do? I can't go into another country and do what I want to do. Hey, man, but I was just going to do what I'll take care of business. I don't feel like I'm doing nothing wrong. They don't care. They don't care. I've seen Americans getting arrested over in Turks and Caicos because they mistakenly left one little ammunition. They was trying to get him 11 years in prison. 11 years. I seen a chick get belligerent over in Dubai. It's trying to get that whole 5 years. So listen, we don't care about what you got over in your country. When you come over here, you're going to abide by the laws that's over here. They don't mess around. They don't play them games everywhere else. So y'all can go over there and fall out and do all of this shit that you want to. It's time to go home, bro. And even migrants that came over here legally is looking like, bro, y'all trying to mess up the system. We didn't have to do, we did it the right way. This ain't fair.
The story you mentioned, an Ecuadorian migrant. Are you familiar with Victoria Eileen Harwell? An Ecuadorian illegal immigrant in August of 2024, driving drunk, crashed head on into Victoria Harwell, killing her. You call it a separation ordinance. Why not just cooperate and make it safer for everyone involved? The community, the officers, and even the migrants.
My position here is pretty straightforward, and that's this. If you commit a crime, if you commit fraud, if you commit a carjacking or a murder, you should be investigated, charged, prosecuted, held accountable, and yes, arrested and put in jail. What I am saying is that a lot of the people that ICE is picking up right now in our city are not a problem for Minneapolis.
That was a great point, Griff, because why not just cooperate? If you don't want the dad who's here illegally but doing everything right, if you don't want him to get arrested, then why not work with ICE and say, give me the list of everyone that you want to come after in Minneapolis, and we'll go through it. And if they're a pedophile, if they're a rapist, if they're abusing their spouse, we're going to go and get those guys. Let's cooperate. And then if there is dad on the list that's here illegally, maybe there's an argument for put him at the bottom of the list if we have time, or let's investigate him. Let's see if he's committed a crime. But they won't cooperate. Instead, they're causing this anarchy. People are angry. They're standing up to the police officers, and they're mad when police officers have to use the pepper spray or whatever spray they're using. But the reason is they're outnumbered. They have.
Oh my God. Why do y'all fall so easy? You see old girl that just fell for no reason?
Use the pepper
with the blue hoodie. Look.
Spray or whatever spray they're using. But the reason is they're outnumbered.
No wonder y'all get caught in a scary movie so easy. Every time y'all running, y'all get caught. Oh my God, I'm a damsel in distress. And y'all just keep falling. And then white women are saying that they want to leave their husbands. If they are not concerned enough, I'm going to read super chat shortly. White women are leaving their husbands en masse. White women are pushing white women to leave their husbands because they are not concerned enough about what is going on with immigration and ICE.
Women are leaving their husbands. Let's talk about it. It has been fascinating to watch the content unfold. The fascinating part, and none of this is surprising if you've been paying attention, and if you are a white person who has at least attempted to unpack all the things that you've learned through white supremacy and unlearn those things. Like, this is not surprising at all. I think back to my girlhood, my teenage years, my young adult years, and even through today around other white.
I want to get my my popcorn for this segment. Thank you for buying me popcorn. Thank you for buying me this whole basket. This whole basket is crazy. Listen, the minute that I start hearing liberal white women talk, it's a popcorn moment. What is this? Kettle corn, popcorn. The minute that I start to see white women talk, I'm like, boy, let's get our popcorn. Let's not let this go to waste. I love hearing white women talk about stuff like
white people, where you see these couple dynamics, these heterosexual white couple dynamics where, like, it's almost as though the woman treats the man like he is a blank slate. Even if he votes Republican, we just sort of shove that under the carpet because she's a Democrat, because she's a liberal, because she believes in feminism. And sure, sometimes, they get into a little, but he means well, and he loves people, and he cares, and he's not one of those people. I can't tell you how many white women I have known over the course of my life who have these sort of excuse-making relationships with their husbands or boyfriends or whomever, and say, well, he's not really like that, though. I mean, he's different. I mean, yes, he votes for Republicans, but really that's just about taxes and da-da-da-da-da. And they're just softballing it all the time. And there's something about white culture, what could it be? What could it be? That expects us to be polite socially and accept that. So if you...
One of the things that I like to do, when I'm observing things like this happen and the collapse of white culture, is I like to do a little bit of investigating to just find out what is it that we dealing with here. As I eat my popcorn, I look at white women continue to blaze the United States of America and set it on fire. And I look at white men and how they suffer relentlessly at the hands of white women. I'm amazed. Nothing like getting a good old white woman with no lips and a tattoo, trying to make sure that you guys deconstruct white supremacy and advocate for the leaving of other white women from their household.
You know what? I'm actually... This must... You know what? I'm actually not... Oh, you know what? I'm... This must...
Nothing like a good old liberal tattoo. Small lips. Pale face. White women to fuck up the United States of America. Nothing like a good old white woman to fuck up the whole country. And now they telling y'all that y'all need to leave y'all husbands. That's what they're doing. White women telling other white women to leave their husbands because they're not concerned enough about ICE. No, these y'all women. I seen y'all. Just a couple weeks ago, y'all argued with me. You said Anton.
Another white woman, and she has one of those husbands. You are expected to participate in this pantomime, charades. I don't know, like where you just pretend, that it's fine because he, as an individual person, is a good guy, right?
I want to show y'all something. Because the most telling part of this isn't the fact that they're leaving. That's not the telling part. Let me show y'all where the real issue is.
The white women are leaving their husbands.
As a white woman in a relationship with a conservative man, a white woman in a relationship with a conservative man is a conservative woman. Look at this motherfucker. And here's the liberal white man.
I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear.
The liberal white man with the circle glasses in the comments of the liberal white woman, purple-haired white man, middle-aged white man, making comments telling white women that they should leave their... Listen, I'm taking y'all down a rabbit hole because I want y'all to see what's happening. I'm taking you down a rabbit hole with my popcorn. Thank you for sending me popcorn. Because I want you to see what's happening. These are the motherfuckers that's out there protesting, trying to get $25 for a barista. Motherfuckers is the weakest in society, trying to get free housing. These are the people that got Mamdani in office. This is the face of what a defeated America would be. When I keep telling black people, you are not liberal. You are not Democrat. This is not your group. We are a conservative people. Now, I don't mean that we're not supposed to evolve or you got to be what conservative looked like in 1860. But in a general sense, for the most part, you don't have to agree with everything. We are a conservative people. We are praying, God-fearing, two-parent household wanting, don't want to overpay on taxes, trying to keep our community safe as people. This is not our people. These are not your people. I know y'all keep on trying to align, and these are the type of people that wants to gather and gather yourselves. These are not your people. I will never forget my ex saying he did not care about children in cages at border facilities. The earth tilted today. Oh. Here's our another. Look at the names. And look at the amount of likes that it got. Collective Feminism says, if a man didn't react after Roe versus Wade was overturned, he is not a safe man. Millennial Engineer says, dog, this is so. Millennial Engineer says, for the women who are married or to or have been married to a MAGA husband, how did you get there? Did you discuss politics before marriage? Did you have the same politics and the one of you changed? Did he lie? I cannot imagine legally binding myself to a man who haven't fully confirmed he's on the right side of history. There we go. There we go. There we go. I should be back now. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? All right, let me see if I can switch over my connection again. So right now I'm connected to a hotspot. I'm gonna see if I can reconnect back over to this. We still good? Let me know if y'all can hear me good. I switched over. Got my connection back. Hey, man, this popcorn kind of good. Get my face. About to have me out here looking dumb. Anyways, where were we? Where were we? Oh, I remember where we were. I remember where we were. I remember where we were. We were going through comments. We were going through comments. All right, so let me see. Let me see. Jason Williams was what we was trying to see. It's Jason Williams. Let me show you what Jason Williams' comments had said. Jason Williams said,
You are a white person who has at least attempted to unpack all the things that you've learned.
This does not involve me.
Those things, like, this is not surprising at all.
But I heard one say, who else are we supposed to date? Told me everything I need to know. So then I went over to Jason Williams and see, why are you following this liberal white woman? J Boogie MD is in the building. You know what else I noticed? People that have the wildest things to say sometimes, they never really have anything to show. And he would be listening to Luther. Now, I love Luther. Deep in your heart and you told me to come in. He would be listening to Luther. I love Luther. We all know about Luther, don't we? We all know about Luther. Anyways, let's get back to these white women leaving their husbands. Let's get this whole video out and get it popping.
Women are leaving their husbands. Let's talk about it. It has been fascinating to watch the content unfold. The fascinating part, and none of this is surprising if you've been paying attention, and if you are a white person who has at least attempted to unpack all the things that you've learned through white supremacy and unlearn those things. Like, this is not surprising at all. I think back to my girlhood, my teenage years, my young adult years, and even through today around other white people, where you see these couple dynamics, these heterosexual white couple dynamics where, like, it's almost as though the woman treats the man like he is a blank slate. Even if he votes Republican, we just sort of shove that under the carpet because she's a Democrat, because she's a liberal, because she believes in feminism. And sure, sometimes, they get into a little, but he means well, and he loves people, and he cares, and he's not one of those people. I can't tell you how many white women I have known over the course of my life who have these sort of excuse-making relationships with their husbands or boyfriends or whomever, and say, well, he's not really like that, though. I mean, he's different. I mean, yes, he votes for Republicans, but really that's just about taxes and da-da-da-da-da. And they're just softballing it all the time. And there's something about white culture, what could it be? That expects us to be polite socially and accept that. So if you want to have a friendship with another white woman and she has one of those husbands, you are expected to participate in this pantomime, charades, I don't know, like where you just pretend, that it's fine because he, as an individual person, is a good guy, right? He loves her. He's a good guy. He cares about people. He's not an evil monster. There's just a little bit of a, disagreement about politics, but that's really, but he cares and his heart's in the right place. And sometimes he's even voted for a Democrat. 2020 was an exceptionally difficult year for the white women who invest in these kinds of relationships, these see no evil, hear no evil relationships, right? Because they couldn't have those conversations at home, really. Like, white people need to get involved. We need to unlearn our racism. We need to unpack white supremacy culture. Comply or die is not the way that Americans should be living. And it was a very uncomfortable, intense time. And I feel like a lot of those women wrote it out. They just sort of let it go, drifted off. But now, a white woman was murdered by law enforcement, was murdered by an agent of the federal government in front of the world, and he is not being held responsible. And they can't look away now because they see themselves as sitting in the front seat of that car. For the first time, they see themselves, and they expected their husbands to see them there too. And we're still genuinely surprised to find out that no, he's exactly who he's been telling you he is.
How do you guys see yourselves? Just a question. If you are a straight heterosexual white woman that is married to a conservative man, how do you see yourself in Renee Good Nicole or Renee Nicole Good? How do you see yourself in a person that purposely put themselves in the middle of a distraction, who by all reports, they are reporting that she was a part of an organization that actually went out with their whistles, bothered and tracked ICE officers down, who was married to a lesbian white woman that impeded an investigation, did not comply to officers' orders, and drove toward an ICE officer at the request of the person that they married, that said, "Drive, baby, drive." Drive, baby, drive is what the woman said that incentivized her to drive towards an ICE officer. How do you see yourself in that person? Respectfully. Usually when black people say something, they say, "Oh man, this person was killed by the police," or whatever. It could have been any one of us. And then you start to dissect it and you say, "Well, I don't know about that because I would have complied. I would have did this. I would have did that," or whatever. But it's usually a lot closer to an argument that could be made that would say, "Yeah, you know what? This just happened for no reason. There's no reason for him to ever get harassed," whatever, so on and so forth. It's never a situation where you purposely put yourself. Now, we can hold black people accountable and say, "Hey, man, you should have complied," or "Why was you having drugs on you," or whatever, so on and so forth, right? But most of the time, and I'm just going to be transparent, most of the time it's not a situation where people are putting themselves into a situation. They're not inserting themselves. They just so happen to be the dude that's not doing what he's supposed to do, and then they didn't react the way that they were supposed to, and you should have did what you were supposed to. It's not a black people. Let me tell you what black people don't do. Amidst all the protesting en masse, for the most part, they don't chase police officers. We don't go looking for police officers. They may resist. They may get mouthy. They might have some work on them. They might have a warrant. But under no circumstances do we go looking for trouble. How do you see yourself in this situation? How we react to it, pop off, doing too much, whatever, so on and so forth, make that argument. But we don't go looking for issues. We don't. It's just not in our culture. You know why? Because most of the time we got too much shit going on that we probably shouldn't be into in the first place. We be trying to say, shit. What the fuck is going on? We hear the neighbors. You over a chick house that you ain't even supposed to be over her house. Shit, I hope that this don't cause too much more problems. I gotta go to work this afternoon. What the fuck is going on? Hey man, what's going on out there? Shit, I ain't even supposed to be here in the first place. I knew I shouldn't have came over here. God been I'm telling you the conversations that niggas be having. God told me, man, I should have listened. God, if you get me out of this situation, I never come over here again. I ain't even supposed to be here. Fuck. You think they're gonna be gone in a little bit? How much longer? Fuck. I got one more time to be late. Now fuck. Lord, please, God. Look. I knew I should have listened to you. I'm already on my way. Just grant me this one more situation. I promise I'm gonna turn my life over to you. I promise, God, I'm never fucking with this girl again. Shit. I'm gonna be on top of things. I'm gonna be a good father. I'm gonna marry her. I'm gonna make a good woman out of her. I promise you, just get me out of this last situation. Niggas be making all kind of promises that they know that they can't keep. We ain't going to look for no problems. Listen, half the time that you see black people getting belligerent is because they try. It's a defense mechanism. And when I say a defense mechanism, it's to distract them for something that they didn't want to do. Hey man, now you know you ain't got no license. You getting pulled over, you know you ain't got no license. Hey man, what the fuck you stopping me for, bro? Because if you got a license and you black and your shit right and you ain't got no warrants, oh, you be cool. You be wanting them to check your shit. What? Man, listen, bro. Just give me you talk big shit. Hey, man, just give me my stuff back, bro. We'll figure that junk out later. I ain't trying to hear none of this shit, man. I ain't hearing this shit. But when your shit fucked up, that's when you start to get a little bit more belligerent. Hey, what? Why did you stop me? Oh, it's because I'm black, huh? It's always y'all, man. It's always y'all. Sir, it says that you're we went and pulled everything, and it says that you have 2 warrants. No, it ain't. I took care of that already. You was with me when I went and paid it, right? You was with me when I went and paid it? I took care of that. What you saying, that ain't in the system yet? Nigga, you knew when you ain't paid that shit. The fuck, man? It's a system. It's set up against me. It's always a system. It's because I'm black, ain't it? I just paid that last week. No, for real, because the judge said, I was right there, because they wouldn't even have let me out if I hadn't have paid it. Right? You was right there with me. She was right there with me, babe. You recording? You recording? Getting yanked up out of that car, nigga. That's how it go. That's the truth. That's what really happened. Oh my God, I can't believe that they didn't have to get that rough with him. They didn't have to get that rough with him. Then the girl be in the car. Oh my God. No, don't do that to him. Stop. Because I'm black, ain't it? No, nigga, you ain't got no brake lights. That's what happened. See, all of these white people, these liberals, they look for trouble. They're looking for trouble. They don't like that. They don't like it. And so because they haven't been made victims enough, this is why they continue to do this dumpster.
And now you have to leave him. But I do think that for a lot of white people, they need a moment of reckoning. And that is going to look different for different folks. And maybe I wish that they could have caught on sooner, but if this is what it takes for them to finally start to have that reckoning, then I guess it's all to the good in the end. But what I want to say to other white women is like, never forget and always be cognizant of the amount of bullshit that we inflict upon the rest of the world who wait patiently for us to catch up with what the global majority already know. I just want to add this little tidbit of advice to other white women. Every time I feel like I have some sort of a breakthrough, I have to take a pause and examine, where did this come from? And then where was I blind along the way? Where did I not see it? I think it's really important that we get there, but I think it's even more important that we understand why it took us so long. What were the barriers? What were the roadblocks? What were our blind spots? Why didn't we see it earlier? So to all the white women who are leaving their husbands, girl, good for you.
I'm sorry, I'm muted. Sorry about that. Mute button 7 this year. Anton 0. These women are diabolical. They're 100% diabolical. They want them to leave their households and be miserable along with them. All right, so let's say hypothetically that these people decide that they want to leave their marriage and that they want to divorce their husbands because they're not concerned enough about ICE agents, right? You gonna look out for them? You gonna look out for them? You gonna take care of them? Listen. White women, black women, and the most diabolical part about it is that black women continue to let them use them as a poster child, and other groups of women keep believing in them. Listen, have y'all not learned by now why most white men that are liberal are some of the most miserable people on this earth? Do you know why men going your own way? It's because of women like this. The reason why white men were the first passport bros, white men started the men going your own way, white men were on the internet first before black men were ever on the internet complaining about their households and bringing up their households. White women have been kicking ass and taking names since the fucking invasion of this country. They have been wrecking shop. Liberal white women have been doing people dirty. Liberal white women got more men lynched than anybody else in history. Y'all thought that the people that was the slavers, the diabolical ones, was the white men. It wasn't. It was white women that was getting people lynched. They was going to get that BBC, and then they was getting that. The only reason that some of these niggas survived, the only reason why you can still trace your lineage a little bit, is because somebody made the mistake and gave her the BBC. That's it. She was getting dick down to the ground, and that's why she had some sympathy for y'all. But they were some of the most ruthless people that you will ever not see in the history books. They was getting dick down to the ground. Yes, they was. Yes, they were. And it ain't no different today. It is no different today. Listen, I don't worry about, I don't have no boss. So I'ma just keep it 100 with you. You know why y'all so obsessed with white women as black men? And I think you should date whoever you want to date. But you know why? Do you know why black men will fight the hardest for white women? Black men won't even fight that hard for their own girlfriend that's a black woman. They'd be like, man, fuck that bitch. But let them get in a relationship with a liberal white woman, boy, that's because they sucking their socks off. I'm keeping it real with you. They worship D. Let me revise that. They worship Black D. For whatever reason, we all have our weaknesses. Every group of people segmented by gender have their weaknesses till it ain't no skin left on it. Till it ain't no skin left. I'm telling you, this is too much for y'all. This is the daytime. Maybe we'll say that for a Saturday show, Friday or Saturday show. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Gustavo said it don't even need to be a big D. Hey! He said any size D. Oh man, if this is not the greatest morning show on the face of the earth, I don't care what nobody telling you. This is the greatest morning show on earth. No cap. No cap. Said you lost 20 pounds because of this white woman. Oh man. Most Black guys at some point in their life, not me. I can't speak for myself. I'm saying in general. Most Black guys at some point in their life had a snow bunny tucked away in the tuck for at least a good 3-4 years. You know what's so crazy about snow bunnies? I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. They don't want nothing in return. I don't know what that is. They don't want nothing in return. If I'm like, listen, ask your homeboy. They don't even give a fuck. They just be like, they don't want anything. They just be like, that's why dudes like them so much. Niggas, that's why dudes keep them in the tuck for so long. Because they can just dip over there and dip out without no kind of nothing. They don't even care. They don't care. They can care. They just be like, oh my, I'm so happy to see you. Ask anybody in the chat. They don't even care. It's almost like, what's wrong with you? But you don't want to ask no questions because you don't want to give her no ideas. It's ask any dude, ask your homeboys and ask her what she like. It's something wrong with them. It's like a psychological thing in them. I never tell you a lie. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Let me move on. Oh, you back. Welcome back. Heyman TV says, when you changing your name to Anton, was that the joke? Is that the punchline, or is it something else coming after that? All right. Thank you for the super chat. Chris Cunningham says, the guy that's running for governor in Florida, he said that we would have handled Sassy Lemon and everyone else. Oh, Byron Donalds? Is that what Byron Donalds said? I ain't heard from Byron Donalds in a while. Amethyst Angel says Trump is ready to deploy the National Guard based out of Alaska. No, them is military troops. That ain't National Guards. Them is military troops. Eddie Motor says, why is it that if you voted for Trump, you are automatically fascist, racist, and vulgar? It's insane. I'm tired of these fuckers. Anton, if you are 1 minute late with the child support payment you owe, they gonna nab you up, but they protesting to late illegals that have overstayed for years, decades. Bilderberg Boy says the reason so-called black culture is in turmoil is because the people who embrace it have chosen skin color over the Most High. You no longer have spiritual protection. Liberalism is kin to Luciferianism. Mun says, salute to AD, salute to you, Mun. I appreciate you, big dog. DJ James says, Anton, I snipped my bags just like that too. Make Gorilla Pimpin' great again, so says Scorpio. Manny Plays PC says, there he goes, calling out white man. Happy. Nah, listen, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's a whole nother thing. Tyrone says, meanwhile, the BANs, y'all know what that means. On that says you don't talk about white people, him and these wannabe victims. Listen, if y'all are familiar with the platform, if you've been with me for any experience in any extended amount of time, you know that everybody can get it. Anybody can get it, and everybody gets it on a regular basis, including the chat. Jay Hunter Lee in the building says they better watch Rosewood. Key says it's all true, AD. I had a snow bunny years ago when that changed. Oh my gosh. Listen, fellas, if you're going to play in the snow, though, all I'm saying is, like some of y'all, let's move on with the show. So what are we talking about next? The World Economic Forum? What's happening on the World Economic Forum? Let's see what's I love y'all too. Yeah, it's funny who knew in the chat. Welcome to the show, though. Welcome to the show, though. You know what I'm saying? You could tell who knew. You could tell who knew. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We got to get to this World Economic Forum real quick, though. Trump, Elon Musk just had a conversation. You know, I don't really like reviewing Elon Musk speeches because Elon Musk, he kind of talks slower. Like Elon Musk, you could tell that he's a genius, but that something else was taken away from it because the way that Elon Musk communicate is weird. I seen Gavin Newsom crash out. Let's see what Trump had to say. Oh, he was talking Greenland and all of that. Hold on. I got y'all.
Well, thank you very much, Larry. It's great to be back in beautiful Davos, Switzerland, and to address so many respected business leaders, so many friends, few enemies, and all of the distinguished guests. It's a who's who, I will say that. I've come to this year's World Economic Forum with truly phenomenal news from America. Yesterday marked the one-year anniversary of my inauguration, and today, after 12 months back in the White House, our economy is booming, growth is exploding, productivity is surging, investment is soaring, incomes are rising, inflation has been defeated, our previously open and dangerous border is closed.
Trump talking that shit. Let me tell you something. Trump is out here promoting America, and that's why I like him. He went out to the World Economic Forum in 2026, and he was like, listen, we about to talk our shit. In less than a year of me getting back in office, This is what we did here in America.
And virtually impenetrable. And the United States is in the midst of the fastest and most dramatic economic turnaround in our country's history. Under the Biden administration, America was plagued by the nightmare of stagflation, meaning low growth, and high inflation, a recipe for misery, failure, and decline. But now, after just 1 year of my policies, we are witnessing the exact opposite. Virtually no inflation and extraordinarily high economic growth. Growth like I believe you'll see very shortly our country has never seen before, perhaps no country has ever seen before. Over the past 3 months, core inflation has been just 1.6%. Meanwhile, fourth quarter growth is projected to be 5.4%, far greater than anybody other than myself and a few others had predicted. Since the election, the stock market has set 52 all-time high records. So that's in 1 year,
Portfolio
52
is
records, adding $9 trillion in value to retirement accounts.
Isn't it funny? I remember just 6 months ago, 7, 8 months ago, something like that, that people were, oh my God, the stock market is crashing. I said, y'all, take everything that you got. I told the bag chasers, I said, take every dime that you got and buy everything that we have already talked about inside of the stock club on Patreon and in the portfolio. Spend it like it's no tomorrow. Buy everything. I told the people in stock club, I said, listen, everybody is panicking. Buy everything that you can possibly get your hands on. We made so much money. Chat, bag chasers in the chat. Bag chasers in the chat. Can I get an amen? Eat some popcorn. Can I get an amen in the chat? To all of the bag chasers in the chat, can I get an amen? That we ran it up.
401ks and people's savings. People are doing very well. They're very happy with me. Since my inauguration, we've lifted more than 1.2 million people off of food stamps, and after 4 years in which Biden secured less than $1 trillion of new investment in our country. Think of that, $1 trillion, substantially less than that. In 4 years, we've secured commitment.
Because you know what? Listen, jokes is funny, but money is better. Pad Gigattainment, jokes was funny, but the money that we made was better. You want to giggle or you want to go buy you a Porsche 911? That's all I'm asking. You want to giggle or you want to go and buy a house? You know what I'm saying? Fuck the jokes. All of that giggling that shows, nigga, we chasers. Everybody keep trying to figure out, why are these people so loyal to Anton? Because, nigga, I feed families. I change generational curses into generational wealth. That's why. That's why. You don't fuck about no goddamn jokes. I'm trying to figure out how to run up a check.
For a record-breaking $18 trillion, and we think when the final numbers come out, they'll be closer to $20 trillion of investment. That's never been done by any country at any time, not even close. Just over 1 year ago, under the radical left Democrats, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. In fact, the United States economy is on pace to grow at double the rate that was projected by the IMF just last April. And with my growth and tariff policies, it should be much higher. I really believe we can be much higher than that. And this is all great news, and it's great for all nations. The USA is the economic engine on the planet. And when America booms, the entire world booms. It's been the history.
And that,
when it goes bad,
and he
it goes
basically
bad.
gave you the blueprint while everybody is bowing down. Gavin Newsom ran out there and tried to do us dirty and tried to go to the world and say, Why y'all over there bowing to Trump? Why is the world bowing to Trump? The same reason that you was when you had the Palisades fires and you was out there begging. The same reason. That's why. Same reason that Trump embarrassed them and said that California was in shambles, and then they panned over to him. Gavin Newsom was over there whining.
Complicity. People rolling over. I should have brought a bunch of knee pads for all the world leaders. I mean, handing out crowns and this is pathetic. No.
Gavin Newsom, whose economy is in shambles, running up deficits, homelessness out of control. This motherfucker can't even run California, and he's right here out there basically trying to petition that Gavin Newsom wants to be president. Make no mistake about it, Gavin's goal is to become president of the United States of America. What's the over-under? I don't even like these gambling sites no more. What's the over-under on Gavin Newsom throwing his hat into the ring to ultimately try to become the Democratic nominee for president of the United States of America? Listen, think about it. Why would a politician or somebody that is a citizen of the United States of America get mad because the world is bowing down to America again instead of taking money out of our pockets? Stock Club is in 2 days. It's in 2 days. Why would, ask yourself this question, y'all. Come on. Ask yourself this question. Why would somebody that benefits from America benefiting get mad at world leaders for bowing down to America? You know why? Because Gavin Newsom is no different than a liberal white woman. They all have Trump derangement syndrome. If me and you, let's say, for example, me and you don't really care for each other. We don't really care for each other. But me and you, we got business together. I don't really want you to fail, because if you fail, then I fail. You understand what I'm saying? You may not necessarily like the leader of your company, but you don't want your company to go under, right? So would you go to the competitor of the company that you work with and say, hey, man, I want you to take us down? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. The hate that people have for this country, it makes no sense whatsoever. Shout out to Mr. Bibbs. Have a good day at work, my friend. Why would he be so mad at people doing things and bowing down to Trump?
Nobel Prizes that are being given away.
You know why I like Trump so much? It's because the things that Trump does benefits me. Listen. I love my country. And I said this the other day. Actually, I said it during the election, shortly after the election, once Kamala Harris had lost in a landslide. And I predicted that Kamala Harris was going to lose in a landslide. You know what I said? And anybody here that can vouch for me and attest to it, that was there, because a lot of y'all been here for a long time. I said, bro, unless you love this country, it really doesn't benefit me as a content creator for Trump to win the president of the United States of America. And people said, well, why? I said, because I make more off of Democrats fucking up in content than I do off of Trump winning when it comes to doing the thing that's best for America. I don't make a lot of money off of Trump videos. I made a horde of money off of Biden and Kamala Harris videos. As a content creator, I actually benefit when Democrats are in office doing dumb shit. As an American, I benefit because I want what's best for America. I don't benefit as a content creator when Trump wins. I actually lose money. I lose money. But you have to truly hate this country if you are willing to sink the country just because you don't like Trump. I made so much money off of Biden and Kamala Harris. Boy, man, listen, y'all would not believe it. If I showed y'all the months that was leading up to the election off of just 2 channels, let me see something. What was the months leading up to the election? Election was in November, July, August, September, October, November. I think I can go back and pull that up, right? Transactions, previous year. July, August, September, October, November. 196, 187, 181, 170. Nigga, we was making so much fucking money just off of the election on 1 or 2 channels. Our payouts was so crazy just from talking about Kamala Harris and them. My payouts on YouTube was so insane leading up to the election. Just from YouTube. I benefit more when Democrats are in office as a content creator than I do when Republicans are in office. When Republicans in his office, you make money other ways. You know what I'm saying? In the economy and the stock market and all of that stuff. Dog, I made well over $1 million off of Kamala Harris alone, just in like a few months. I made well over $1 million just off of YouTube. This is 2020. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I just realized how much money I had killed it on just off of 2 channels. This ain't even, did I do that right? Oh, shit, my bad. I'm showing the wrong year. Actually, you know what's so funny? I'm showing the wrong year. I meant to go to 2024. Let's go to 2024. Let me go to 2000. I don't need to be showing y'all shit else. Fuck that. I done already showed y'all the wrong year. Custom date range. I ain't showing y'all shit else. Fuck what y'all talking about. 24. I just want to see for myself now. Let me get that off the screen. Get that shit off the screen. Oh. Damn, I showed the wrong year. Custom date range. I don't want to show no more now. I don't want to show no more. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, man. That is so hilarious. Oh, y'all need to make sure y'all join the Bag Chasers. Fuck what y'all talking about. Let's go back to Gavin Newsom. Let's not get distracted.
I mean, it's just pathetic. And I hope people understand how pathetic they look on the world stage. I mean, at least from an American perspective, it's embarrassing. It's time to buck up. It's time to get serious and stop being complicit. It's time to stand tall and firm, have a backbone. I've seen this in the United States, the supine Congress playing both sides, saying one thing on a text or a tweet and another publicly. It's time to have principle. It's time to stand tall and strong. It's time to stand united. You make that determination. I don't make that determination.
When you say standing
collectively, this is diplomacy with Donald Trump. He's a T-Rex. You mate with him or he devours you. One or the other.
And
people need to stem it. No, the Europeans could be if they continue down this path and process.
Gavin Newsom is such a traitor, bro. But everybody rocks with Trump.
You all follow us down and you follow us up, and we're at a point that I don't believe we've ever been. I never thought we could do it this quickly. My biggest surprise is I thought it would take more than a year, maybe like a year and 1 month. But it's happened very quickly. This afternoon, I want to discuss how we have achieved this economic miracle, how we intend to raise living standards for our citizens to levels never seen before, and perhaps how you too and the places where you come from can do much better by following what we're doing, because certain places in Europe are not even recognizable, frankly, anymore. They're not recognizable. And we can argue about it, but there's no argument. Friends come back from different places. I don't want to insult anybody and say I don't recognize it. And that's not in a positive way. That's in a very negative way. And I love Europe, and I want to see Europe go good, but it's not heading in the right direction. In recent decades, it became conventional wisdom in Washington and European capitals that the only way to grow a modern Western economy was through ever-increasing government spending, unchecked mass migration, and endless foreign imports. The consensus was that so-called dirty jobs and heavy industry should be sent elsewhere, that affordable energy should be replaced by the Green New Scam, and that countries could be propped up by importing new and entirely different populations from faraway lands. This was the path that sleepy Joe Biden administration and many other Western governments very foolishly followed, turning their backs on everything that makes nations rich and powerful and strong. And there's so much potential in so many nations. The result was record budget and trade deficits and a growing sovereign deficit driven by the largest wave of mass migration in human history.
The United States of America, the reason why all of these countries bow down to us is because we are the economy. As we go, so does the rest of the world. When we shut down, the whole world shut down. When we do well, the whole world do well. And so what other business leaders in other countries have come to accept is that it's better to be for us and with us than against us. And usually when you're with us, you're going to make a lot of money and you're going to benefit as a result of it. The only people that are truly complaining about what's happening in America is people that have Trump derangement syndrome. Shout out to you, Brandon Jenkins. The only people that are mad at the United States of America is people that have Trump derangement syndrome. It's just a fact.
We've never seen anything like it. Quite frankly, many parts of our world are being destroyed before our very eyes, and the leaders don't even understand what's happening. And the ones that do understand aren't doing anything about it. Virtually all of the so-called experts predicted my plans to end this failed model would trigger a global recession and runaway inflation. But we have proven them wrong. It's actually just the opposite. In 1 year, our agenda has produced a transformation like America has not seen in over 100 years. Instead of closing down energy plants, we're opening them up. Instead of building ineffective, money-losing windmills, we're taking them down and not approving any. Instead of empowering bureaucrats, we're firing them. And they're going out and getting jobs in the private sector for 2 and 3 times what they were making in government. So they started off hating me when we fired them, and now they love me. Instead of raising taxes on domestic producers, we're lowering them and raising tariffs on foreign nations to pay for the damage that they've caused. In 12 months, we have removed over 270,000 bureaucrats from the federal payrolls, the largest single-year reduction in government employment since the end of World War II. Nobody thought that was coming, but we had no choice. To make a country great, you can't have all federal jobs. We've cut federal spending by $100 billion and slashed the federal budget deficit by 27% in the single year. It's going to go down quite a bit more from that.
Talk to him,
driving
Trump.
inflation way down from the record highs of the Biden administration. Every month they went up and up and up. I promised to cut 10 old regulations for every single new regulation, but instead I've cut, actually till this point, 129 regulations for every one new regulation approved. So every time they come in with a new regulation, we do at least 10, but so far it's averaging out to 129, if you can believe it. In July, we passed the largest tax cuts in American history, including no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. We also provided 100% expensing. That's the one they like. And bonus depreciation for all new equipment and capital investments to help companies expand and shift production to America. They are so in love with that. They build a plant, they're able to deduct it immediately, the whole thing, rather than waiting 38 to 41 years in the old days. This is a miracle taking place. Nobody thought it would ever be done by any country, but it's done by us. It was what made my first term the most successful 4-year term that we've ever had from a financial standpoint. And now we've upped it. This is a 10-year program, not a 1-year program, but you're allowed to deduct everything in 1 year. It used to be 38 to 41 years. With tariffs, we've radically reduced our ballooning trade deficit, which was the largest in world history. We were losing more than $1 trillion every single year, and it was just wasted. It was going to waste. But in 1 year, I slashed our monthly trade deficit by a staggering 77%. And all of this with no inflation, something everyone said could not be done. There were.
Let's just say that he's done incredibly well as a politician for his first year back in office. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. I was just looking at something really quickly. Most super chatted in the United States for the month of December. Sometimes I look at this stuff and I want to go and see what's happening. Do y'all know what roll loop is? See, this is the type of stuff that I study. I be trying to figure out where all of the money is. Roll loop. Let me see what roll loop is. Roll loop. Oh, so this is Roblox? And all they do is play Roblox live? Really? Live every day at 9 a.m. Good gosh. And then they removed the live. Jesus, really? Are they running up a bag like that? Baron Coleman, Candace Owens is number 3 so far this month. The Crucible, The Enforcer, Valhalla, Nicholas Diorio, Resident Evil. I don't know who Maddie Nottage TV is. Kirst, Geeks and Gamers, Normal America with Rob Noor, Speak Easy, Raiders Report with Chat Sports, Lala, I don't know who that is. Look like a Muslim woman. Yoren Brook, D-Day Cobra, H3 Podcast, Bears Now by Chat Sports, MLC, Dr. Disrespect, Jake Clever, Low Cow Queens, Low Cow Nuts. What? Kayla's Blocks, Chris Mitchell, Fantasy Football Show, Papa Meat, and Room 9, baby. Shout out to Room 9, number 30th in the United States of America. The number 30th super chatted channel in the United States of America. We got Room 9 after hours tonight. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Room 9. I was thinking to myself, we're going to have this conversation tonight. we're going to have this conversation tonight. I was thinking to myself, I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to do a company retreat without people having their panties in a bunch. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have to be able to have the company retreat. You know what I'm saying? People be having their panties in a bunch. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen, bro. With all of the things that's going on right now, boy, Molly. You might have paparazzi out there. I don't know. Azriel, I don't know. Might have to put that off to 2027. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good idea. Call my spiritual buddy. See if she can answer the phone.
Hello?
Carrie, I'm on a live stream.
Okay.
You think the company retreat is still a good idea?
I do. I don't think it should be in Texas, but I do think it's still a good idea.
Who said Texas? Why you say Texas?
Because of Quentin's post about Texas having that freeze, and then you were like, I don't know.
That was completely unrelated.
Oh, well then that was right. Okay, so then I don't know why you said that. Yes, I do think it's a good idea.
Because the world
more than ever. More now than ever before. And I think it's imperative that it is someplace warm and relaxing. Like really relaxing.
Warm and relaxing means swimsuits.
Whatever. We need water, swimming pools, beaches. Yes. I'm telling you, this is what we need. It's good stuff. Yeah. Trust me. That's what we need.
I'll see you tonight.
All righty.
Bye. Let me tell you something about women. Women don't care nothing about none of this shit. Women don't care nothing about none of that. They be like, hey, listen, we seen that happening over there. Bikinis, massages, water, retreat. Women are oblivious to life. They don't care about none of this. Women are oblivious to life. They don't know nothing. They don't see nothing. They be like, that's nice. They don't care. They don't think about none of this shit. They be like, that's nice, Anton. So, you doing this retreat or what? That's what Carrie been telling me. Carrie, Kim, Miss Sanchez, Anton. I know we still doing this retreat now. I'm like, okay. They don't care nothing about this. Hey, man, somebody come get this popcorn. This shit is good as hell. Change the narrative says, what up, though, AD? Would love to talk to you. I'm filing for divorce and no. Why you doing that? Don't do it, big dog. Here, let me drop the link in the chat. You ain't got to be on camera. Let me save you from yourself, bro. For changing narratives only. Don't break up the family, bro. Changing narratives. Hit me up, bro. Call in right now. Bro. You ain't got to be on camera. I got you. Don't have to be on camera to change the narratives. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don Dimitri says, when is the next stock club? On Patreon. Within 2 days, either tomorrow or Saturday. All right. Somebody time out. Hold on. Mods, I need y'all to time out. Oh, y'all must have already timed them out. Time out, Brandon Graham 6696. Brandon Graham 6696, time him out. What up, Mr. Bibb says, you guys have a good day. I have to get back to the bag. Run that bag up, big dog. Run that bag up. Changing narratives. Call me right now. The feds is watching them numbers. They don't care. They doing whatever they want to do. All right, changing narratives. What's up, big dog?
What up, though?
Man, what is going on, bro?
Man, I've been trying to reach out to you for months, bro.
Why are you? I know. I'm just now starting to get back into the groove of things. I'm about to be doing coaching calls. What's going on, man? Why are you filing for divorce?
Man, because I picked the woman that I ignored all the red flags about 5 years ago, bro. I ignored all the red flags, bro, because I met her while my pops was going through cancer or whatever. And I just, you know what I'm saying, on some vulnerable type shit. And
No, hold on. Let me preface this by saying I don't want you to say any sensitive information.
Okay.
Just keep it general. Don't be
so
specific with names.
I'm gonna get straight to the point. I ain't exaggerating nothing, bro. It been hell the whole time. I moved in with her, bro. She got four other kids, bro, that I had to come be stepdaddies for, bro. Two of them went to college. 2 of them was in the house with me, bro. Never showed respect. She had her kids laying around, not doing nothing, bro. Didn't want them to clean, doing nothing. So, teenagers, bro.
So you said two of them moved out though.
They intelligent kids and everything. Like I ain't trying to put nothing bad on them or nothing like that. They not street kids, and you feel me. But I went in there, you know, just off me telling them to clean up their room and, you know, just put some law down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to clean up.
Changing. Let me ask you a question, bro.
What up?
What made you think that you was gonna be able to tell some teenage kids what to do?
That's the thing, bro. I wasn't thinking. You feel me?
Why? What? Okay, let me ask you a second question.
Hold on.
In the world,
hold on. Let me.
A woman never move into a woman's house, bro. Ever.
Well, we moved in together.
No. Never move into a woman's. Was it hers before you got there?
No, we got a condo together.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a condo together in Farmington.
Okay, go ahead.
And then, so fast forward all that. So a couple of years go by, you know, the kids get grown, they move out, go to college. So now it's just me and her, and we end up getting a crib over here in Livonia. And,
so is it y'all right now?
Yeah, I'm in Livonia right now.
All right, go ahead.
So we end up getting a crib in Livonia or whatever. And, you know, I'm thinking, okay, a lot of our problems came from the kids. Now, remind you, I know you said no sensitive subject, but through the midst of this,
don't say no names or nothing like that.
Yeah. So through the course of it, I had my son. Now, my son was autistic, and he actually passed away 3 years ago.
Condolences, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Really,
And,
seriously, bro. I hope
I'm
you're
in
not.
the I'm heavy in the word of God, bro. That's another conversation, you feel me?
Facts.
But that's why I'm able to talk to you now and still have a smile on my face. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you. Praying for you.
So so since we got the crib, I started an AFC business, taking care of adult foster adult foster care. And it was a lucrative business, bringing in probably 15 to 20,000 a month.
Nice.
She super emotional, super insecure, bro.
About what?
She always since the marriage started, bro. She always thinking I'm cheating on her, bro. Always going through my
So
phone.
have you ever got caught up in some shit? Like, honestly, have you ever cheated?
No.
Have you ever like came close or like had any kind of chick around that she was scary of or something?
No, I had my baby mama. She always had a problem with my baby mama in our relationship, the way we co-parented.
That's always gonna happen.
But my son was nonverbal, so I had to communicate with my baby mama in order to see how his day was going, what he doing, and when he with me, it's the same thing. But for some reason, she could never even see that.
Have you ever caught her cheating?
No, I don't look for it.
Do you think that she was ever cheating? Honestly?
I don't know. I never had. I don't. We have to kick it offline, but I honestly I don't know, bro, because I don't do stuff like that. Like I don't check women's phone, and I never had a problem with getting a woman. You feel me? I'm 6 foot.
No. I feel you.
Like I'm cool. So and I always keep cheese. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't never had that problem. She just had a problem with me trying to lead her. You feel me?
Why?
Because she used to be an independent. I'd be her 5th divorce.
Oh, you said lead her.
Yeah.
But you said leave her.
Yeah, this would be her 5th divorce, bro.
Bro, what is you doing getting married to a chick that had been divorced 4 times?
I didn't see that, bro, because all I saw was my pops. When I met her, bro, all I saw was my pops dying, bro. That was it. And when I look up, she was just there at my house all the time.
How did you meet her?
On Facebook.
So she reached out to you because over the situation, was like consoling you?
Yeah, like I reached out to her. She a beautiful chick, bro. She don't got a problem getting the
They
dude.
always are. They always are, bro.
She a beautiful chick. I ain't gonna knock that off at all. But once I got with her and got into my word and got into the characteristics of a woman I need and all that, I realized like she not even a need for me, bro. Like she don't do anything that's helpful to help me move. Like it's nothing, bro. Like I can't lead her or nothing. It's just about her and her kids. It's just about her and her kids.
Her kids is grown now.
Yeah, but they still her babies. You feel me? Like she still it's her and her kids against the world, bro.
What about the daddies? What the daddies like?
Trash.
They not in their life like that?
The 2 of the boys got their daddy. You know what I'm saying? He cool. I don't got nothing to say bad about him. He cool. But when I came in the picture, he wasn't nowhere around, bro. It was me taking care of the kids, bro.
Yeah.
It was me. They wasn't going over there on weekends or none of that, bro. It was just me. And he'd show up at the football games and all that stuff. But it was just me, bro. So since they got grown and out the house, when they came back in the house, I just told them straight up, like, look, me and you ain't finna bump heads because you're a grown man now. So I just advise you to live with your dad. I called his dad up, told his dad, like, look, bro, just to, so we won't have no friction. I want your sons just move with you, bro.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they've been living with him. When they come back from college, they go over there. You feel me?
How she feel about the divorce?
She want it. I guess she want it. I don't know. Every time we argue, she throw it up, bro.
Oh, she bringing it up?
Yeah, she always bring it up, bro.
She got another nigga, bro.
And we got separated. We had got separated before. I got my own crib. Bought me another house. And I was doing my thing. Next thing you know, she popped up at my crib trying to bed me back. I don't even know how she found out where I stayed.
She bed me back.
Bro. She bed me back. She bed me back. I ended up going back. And we been together again and trying to work it out. I was into the word. I know God is against divorce and all that stuff, man. I'm trying to do the right thing. And
y'all don't have no kids together though, right?
No kids together.
Yeah, man, get the fuck up out of there, bro.
Yeah, so I'm actually about to move to Atlanta, Dallas, Georgia.
Yeah.
And just get my head right, get myself back together, man.
While you going through the situation, here's the key though. here's the caveat, is that you want it to be amicable. Like, you don't want to be going through this divorce because y'all ain't got no prenup or nothing like that, do y'all?
Nah.
Do she work?
Yeah.
Does she make a decent amount of money?
Yeah. I say she do. I mean, it ain't nothing.
She got a decent job, probably.
Yeah. She able to take care of herself.
Yeah. Here's the key, is that you got to play this shit real cool, bro. You can't be on no we beefing or I'm pissed off or I'm sick of you or any of that type of shit.
I'm not like that. It's more so her like that, bro. She real.
You gotta appease her though. You gotta appease her. While you going through the divorce process, before you even file for divorce, you should be having a conversation like on some like, yo, listen, I really do love you. It just ain't working out. We just going in two different directions.
Bro, she just called me 3 hours ago, bro. Like, hey, you could meet me downtown at the courthouse. We could file right now.
Yeah, I mean, you still want to file, but you don't want to go through the process with beef because she emotional, right?
Very.
So she's going to go up and down in her emotions throughout the process because divorce is not going to be a quick process. So what you got to do is you got to stay cool with her and you got to really kind of just like finesse. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on some shit like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm so mad at myself that it's my fault that this didn't work out. Like, take all the L's, take all the blame, and just make sure that she don't get emotional because she could either drag it out or it could cost you more money or it could be a more difficult process. And if you already made up your mind that this is what y'all doing, then now you got to do it nicely. You don't want to do it in a space on some like difficult type shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm finna hop in the car right now. I mean, we cordial. We can hold a conversation.
But she talking like, why would she just call you 3 hours ago and just say that and say some wild stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she got a habit of going through my phone, bro. And even when she don't find nothing, she gets mad that she don't find nothing and be like, "Oh, you probably deleted it." So it's like ain't no win-win, bro. She's totally insecure, bro. The whole run, she's been insecure, bro. Like, I get accused of cheating so much, bro, and I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's like the worst. That's the worst.
I'm not doing nothing, bro. And it's like
that's not even as bad as like if you are cheating, because at least you can get in trouble for something that you did do. When you really ain't doing nothing, that's the worst. Because now you get accused of doing some shit that you ain't.
And then I just recently lost 80 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what's up now. Now she really gonna blame you.
It is going crazy.
You lost weight. You lost weight. Your money is up. And what you think? You think that she? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. She don't want to file for divorce. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care how mad you think that she is. Nigga, you leveling up, you elevating, you getting better, your money higher.
She get mad I be watching you. She get mad I watch you and Kevin.
Oh yeah, because I'm giving you the game.
She started bringing y'all up in arguments.
What I do?
You listening to them. You listening to them.
Yeah, because listen. Think about it though. The way that she got you was the finesse. And so if I'm keeping your eyes open and I'm keeping you hip to what's really happening, because I'm making you situationally aware, because think about it, she got you at your most vulnerable moment. You wasn't thinking clearly. You couldn't see the red flags. Shit that you probably would never go for, you went for it. Plus you was heavier. You was 80 pounds up and you wasn't making as much money. Boy, man, you was right for the finesse.
Yeah.
You was right. You were the finessed of all time. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually I hold guys accountable and say, you should have seen this. You should, bro, your father was passing away.
Yeah.
I can't hold you accountable for being emotional because your father passed away. That's the time that you're supposed to be the most emotional.
I lost my father and my son a year apart, bro.
Man, yeah, bro. So you're not wrong here, bro. You a victim, if you ask me. Like you were preyed upon. But however, we don't lean into the victim Olympics. We keep it G. And now the only thing that you can focus on is what makes the most sense going forward. So what you got to do is you, under no circumstance, and I'm gonna be real with you, do not under any circumstance talk about or share anything vulnerable about your life. Don't share nothing about how you feel, how well you're doing. Don't talk about what money you making. Don't ever mention that any woman is trying to talk to you. Don't talk about your emotion. Don't talk about nothing. Like, keep everything general, or anything that she asks you, repurpose the question and start and asking her, like let's say, for example, she say, so how you been? I heard you've been doing well. Keep it general. Oh, you know what? I've been doing okay. But I heard you doing better than that, and you look good. What's going on? Like, everything, you got to reverse it back on her, so this can be an easy process for you.
Yeah.
And don't share nothing vulnerable. Don't sleep with her. Don't do none of that. Just keep it 100% G.
Right. Right.
Because it's going to become more difficult for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, I appreciate it, man. I love to tap in with you more, bro. Like,
Yeah.
because I want to get more in depth, but I don't want to do it online.
No, I got you. Send me damn, I can't even give you the bat phone number because I'm on live. You in the back, right? You see where it say private chat?
Let me see. I'm on my phone.
Just email me right now. Just email me right now. It's gonna be at the top of my email.
Let me see. It's the Anton Daniels
413@gmail.com.
413. Hold on. Dang. Let me see. All right, just send you like my number.
Yeah, just send me your number. Anton Daniels 413@gmail.com. And that's normal too for both guys and girls do it. Like, when a chick is starting to wake up, like, let's say, for example, a guy's starting to level up and he not taking the disrespect no more. A woman a lot of times get curious on what he doing, and if she see that he watching me or something, or he aware of me, they don't like that shit because they like, yo, I want to keep him, you know what I'm saying, with the wool over his eyes. Or let's say, for example, a woman is starting to open up and be like, you know what, I'm expecting more, or I want more out of my relationship, or I identify the type of guys that I'm actually looking at. A guy don't like that shit because he still want to do what he still want to be on some dusty shit.
But my thing is, though, I don't know how, man. Look, I used to be a dusty, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was caught up in the culture. I was blowing weed every day, drinking. Since I've been watching you, Kevin Samuels, and all that, bro, I stopped doing all that, bro. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I've been leveling up with the Lord. I've been on my
Well,
word.
what do you think she gonna? You think that she just gonna be like? Listen, it's either two things that can happen. Either something is influencing you positively, or it's another chick out there, and so that's why she going through your phone, and that's why she don't like me. Because you think about, bro, what you're doing is you're leaving her behind, and women don't like that. They either want to go with you, and it's gonna force them to change and evolve with you, or they're gonna get pissed off and say, who you think you are, what you watching, and why are you being influenced? People don't like the other person to leave them behind. They don't like another person leveling up because it's gonna force them to make a decision.
Yeah, I agree. I sent it to you. I don't know if you got it.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
And I appreciate you too, man. And
Name start with a K.
Huh?
Name start with a K.
No, see, it should say change your narratives.
Hold on. I got you. Let me see something. Let me make sure. I got it. This the
I'm the one that's been sending you the gospel rap and stuff too. I'm the same guy.
Last number with an 8.
Yep.
Got you.
Yep.
Yeah, you leveling up. And so as you level up, it's gonna force you to shed the old people in your life, and you're gonna start to attract a new type of people in your life.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I definitely was a fighter, bro. I tried to do everything the right way, bro. I definitely was a fighter, but that's something that she saying she wants. So, and when you call me like, meet me down at the courthouse right now, and all right, I'm coming.
Yeah, go ahead, knock that out. And then I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna try to hit you up this afternoon, and I'm gonna kick it with you.
All right, for sure, bro. Love y'all. Love the platform. Love everybody, bro.
Love you, bro. Keep leveling up. Don't let nobody slow you down.
Yep, for sure.
All right. All right. Let me make this phone call back. See what's happening out here. What up? I'm on the live stream. Yeah, you muted. Okay, yeah, just went. All right, that's cool. You gave her my number? All that, yeah, all that. Yeah, that's cool. We'll take care of that. All right, cool. Bye. All right. Shout out to everybody that's leveling up, both men and women, before I read the super chats. To everybody that's leveling up, to everybody that's leveling up and winning, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Somebody time out Tweety beat Weedy B 9652. Somebody time them out. Shout out to all of the chasers. We got a stock club coming up, and then we got the I'm working on getting the link for y'all for the pre-sales for the hats. All right. Stock club and pre-sales for the hats coming up. Oh, shit. That look good. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let me read some of these super chats. Y'all be hitting me up with some crazy junk. Change the narrative. Shout out to you, big dog. I appreciate you. Wesley Turner says, Gavin wants the world to stand tall against the USA. Treason. Brandon Jenkins says, money calling, have to go. I'll see you at the stock club. Shout out to my stock club recipients. Shout out to the bag chasers. AR is back, says, following your coverage of the Biden, Kamala, and those illegal immigrants was painfully informative. That's when I realized, oh, snaps. Good man orange, not bad man orange. Brandon, hey, somebody time out Brandon Graham. The true Andrew King says, hey, do you talk about the bag chasers and stock clubs, but how do you feel about crypto? It's okay. I keep it in the portfolio. Company retreat on an island in Thailand. Just Christian Black, what up, though? Shout out to you for the 10 ball. All right, y'all, listen. I'm going to have to move over what I was going to talk about, some other stuff, because you never know how the show going to go. So, damn, it's already Thursday? It's about to be Friday. Yeah, there's more merch coming, but I can't talk about it, bad habits. We got to go with the pre-sales of the first ones first, all right? Shout out to you, my friend. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get it popping. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. My dog, J. Ben, says we need a red with pink or a pink with red on the hats for V-Day, stunt on the streets with love. I actually like that idea. I like that idea. Shout out to my dog, J. Ben. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the greatest on earth. Till tonight, after hours tonight. Come check out the ladies and the fellas. Peace.